Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, You, Me, and Faith You Can See. My name is Jasmine Lovett and today is September the 6th and I'm back. So I've been MIA for about a month now. My last video was explaining what happened after our frozen embryo transfer, our first frozen embryo transfer, and sadly it ended in miscarriage at 6 weeks. It was very devastating. I had a very hard time with it. So I just took some time off to grieve and get myself together. So some of the things that I did to get myself through it is I took a whole week off work just to let myself grieve and pass everything that needs to pass, and cry, be angry, just feel everything I needed to feel. Because if you bottle all that stuff on, just try to move on, it just comes out at a wrong time, and you just need time to let your body do what it needs to do, let your mind do what it needs to do, let your spirit do what it needs to do, and that's what I did. So in addition to that week off, I had a week coming up, the next week, of vacation time. So I ended up having 2 weeks to just be free, cry, grieve, ask questions, be angry, be happy, be grateful, be all that. Every emotion that there was to feel, I felt it. It was very hard because I was like, got this far, we had a lot of good eggs, we got a good amount of embryos, and it stuck, it was positive, just for the same thing to happen again, a miscarriage. So I had to go ask God these questions like, what's going on? Why are you doing this? What's the test now? Like, what's going on? Why? So I had to go through that again. I went through that. I was upset. But as I was letting that out, I was putting some positive stuff back in. I was reading my devotionals. I was quoting the scriptures. I was playing worship music. So as I was putting out all that anger and all that frustration, I was filling myself back up with positive things. And when I first started this infertility journey, I wasn't able to do that all the time. I would be crying for days, or I would be locked away for days. But now that my foundation is stronger, I can get back up easier. So that's what I did. I got back up. I filled myself back up with positive thinking. I gave it to God. I was like, you know what, this journey has a lot of aspects that I can try to control, but a lot of it I can't. Like, once that baby is implanted, there's nothing I can really do about it except give all my fear, my doubt, my worry, and anxiety to God, and just go one day at a time, because worrying is not going to do anything. It's not going to add on to my life. It's just going to stress me out and make things worse. So I told God, I was like, look, God, I was like, I'm just going to give this part to you. I was like, when they put the baby in there, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to eat what I'm supposed to eat and go to work and do what I'm supposed to do. But the stress part, every time I get stressed, I'm going to have my scripture to come out like that. Every time I get worried, I'm going to have something to stand on just like that. It's going to be hard. This is a hard journey. It's a hard battle. And I know it's not going to be easy. Like, I'm saying this stuff like, oh, I'm just going to, give it all to God. But I have to be intentional with it. Like, every time I have a negative thought, I have to remember what God said about it. And the first go around, I didn't do that so much. I just worried straight away. As soon as they said I was pregnant, I was worried. I was like, oh no, what's going to happen? So this time I'm going to remind God what he said in his word, and remind him that his word is living and it's true. And I'm just going to do that and just take it one at a time. Be grateful for each day that I have in this journey where positive things happen, and just reflect on that. And that's what I took from this whole experience. Does it make the next pregnancy easier? No. People always say that, oh, well, at least you know you can get pregnant. Yeah, I know I can get pregnant, but the key is I want to stay pregnant. And having another miscarriage makes it a lot harder to just give away all that anxiety and give away all that doubt and worry, because you automatically are worried that it's going to happen again. But like I said, I have to be intentional with it. So I'm writing down scriptures, I'm saving scriptures. So as soon as I feel an inkling of worry, I say it. I have on my phone an app that just plays scriptures all day, just affirmations from God, positive promises from God. So I just play that in my car as I go to work, because if you don't put positive things in, it allows the negative stuff to come and just attack you and attack you and attack you. So that's my game plan for the next part as far as what I'm gonna do. But let me catch you guys up on what I've done since I've been gone. So after they told me, you know, I'm having an initial miscarriage, I had to stop taking medicine and I had to pass the tissue. I had to come back a week after I passed the tissue. This is a whole nother story on its own, but a week after I passed the tissue, I had to go in for a blood draw, a beta, to make sure my numbers are back down to 0. They were at a 10, so they're like, well, we need you to come back a week after today. So I had to go home, wait a full week, and then I went back in for blood work and also my consultation with my doctor to talk about what went wrong or what the next steps would be. I asked her about my cervix. She pulled up the sonogram from when I went in for the emergency ultrasound, and it showed that my cervix was perfect. She said it had the 3 stripe bands, what they were looking for. So that wasn't the reason I miscarried. It wasn't a soft cervix or, you know, weak cervix or anything like that. Then she wanted to test me for something called, I think I'm saying it right, ANA. Basically, she said it's like an autoimmune deficiency or disease where your body thinks that you're sick when you're pregnant. So whenever you get pregnant or something, your body fights against itself or pregnancy cells and tries to kill it and get rid of the sac or fetus or whatever's in there. Your body tries to get rid of it. She also wanted to test DJ for something called the Y chromosome to see if his semen abnormalities would be something that would be passed on to our son if we should have one. And both of our tests came back negative, so my body is not killing the pregnancy cells. DJ won't pass it on, and as far as we know, it was just something that wasn't right with the embryo. And that goes to show you that even if you get PGS testing, it's not 100%. Like science can only go so far. Like God has the final say. So at the end, if He's gonna breathe life into that baby, then He's gonna do it. If He's not, He's not. And that was the case. Like my body just let it go. So we did all that testing. I had to go back in for a saline sonogram test. If you guys followed me before, you know that I've had one of those twice, and this was my 3rd time having it. It's just when they stick the long catheter inside your body, you know, up your lady parts. And they, you know, expand your uterus, and then they shoot the saline up there so they can get an x-ray of your uterus to make sure there's no polyps or endometrium or scar tissue. I didn't have anything, so it was clear. Doctor's like, oh, that's one more thing you can scratch off your list. And I was like, yay. So did that. Oh, and also I've already started birth control. I've been on it for about 2 weeks now. Next week I will end it on Saturday. Not the Saturday coming up, but the week after. I end it, and then I go in for my first baseline. Woohoo! Whew, it's a lot. So my first baseline is going to be September the 18th. They'll check and make sure my lining is looking like they want it to look before I start the estradiol again. I'll start estradiol, I'll take that, and then I don't go back in until October 3rd for my final baseline. And if everything is looking the way they want it to look, I will start progesterone. Okay, so new protocol with that. Last cycle, I was doing progesterone every 2 days and endometrium suppositories every day. So now we're taking all the endometrium suppositories out. We're not doing that at all. And we're doing progesterone shots daily. Daily shots. Okay, so you guys know how I feel about the progesterone shot. But honestly, as long as I have those patches, those numbing patches, it's fine. But it does start hurting. Like you're sore for a while after. And now that we're going to be doing it every day, I'm a little bit concerned about getting those lumps. But I gotta take my lumps, right? Along with the sugar, if I can find some sugar. I gotta take my lumps and do what I have to do. And just remember, like, a lot of people want this opportunity to try to get pregnant. This is a blessing that I'm doing this, even though it's a very hard journey. It's so hard, but God's with me for every shot. He's with me through every outcome. And I'm just gonna be like, all right, God, this is another thing I'm giving you. I'm giving you these shots, and I'm giving you these lumps that might come. And I might have to give some shots to myself, so I have to learn, but shots every day. Hopefully up until 13 weeks, first trimester. Sorry, my dog. And then after that, transfer, which is scheduled for October 9th, 2 days before our 5-year anniversary. That's crazy. 2 days before our 5-year anniversary. So it almost marks 5 years of trying to conceive. And we are praying and we're believing and we're hoping and we're trusting and just hoping and trusting and praying and believing some more that this is it. This is going to be our first baby after 5 years. That would be a great anniversary gift. So you guys be praying, keep me in your prayers. I missed you guys, but like I said, I'm sorry I've been absent. I just needed time to decompress, come to terms. Oh, and my little sister is pregnant. My family didn't tell me, so I guess apparently she got pregnant right when I was having my miscarriage, because she's due like 2 weeks after I was supposed to be due. So they didn't tell me, but I'm excited for her. I mean, it was emotional, happy finding out that she was pregnant, but it was emotional, sad too, because I was sad for us. But I'm okay with it now because we're working towards, getting to where we need to be. And hopefully she and I can be pregnant at the same time, which is what we always wanted to be. She already has 3 kids from her first marriage, and she just got remarried. Remember the sister's wedding I went to? She's pregnant, so that's exciting. What else has happened? DJ had his birthday. He's 33. What else happened? Labor Day, just everything. We've been enjoying our summer and just giving ourselves time to grieve and to have fun and just relax and just take the birth control and back on being healthy. I just had an avocado smoothie this morning, with some turkey bacon and all that. So yeah, I'm rambling, but just keep us in your prayers. And I want to thank everybody so much for all the kind words, all the prayers and encouragement that you guys sent while we were going through this. It was greatly appreciated. I was crying when I read each one. I was glad that you guys, some of you could relate. I mean, it's sad that you can relate, but it's great to have somebody that could talk to that's been through it and they've gotten their rainbow babies. So it was an encouragement, and I'm just so glad to have people along in this journey because it really helps. Like, I could not imagine going through this and not having anybody to talk to besides people who don't know. So it's great having you guys, and I've met friends through this, and I met a girl in my office who actually has Instagram channel that I follow, and I was like, hey, you're on the Instagram and you're in my office. I feel like I know you. So we're close now. Well, not close, but friends now. We see each other in the office and supposed to go have coffee soon. I don't really like coffee, but supposed to do that. But that's it. I just want to come here and update you guys. I know I'm rambling and I got to get ready to go to work. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for praying. Thanks for just giving encouragement, prayers, and baby dust. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. And I'll let you know how a baseline goes. Bye.